Now on YouTube, it's time for some alternative commentary action with the Commentary Hub.
There's headed by Marina, and it's 2-1 to Arsenal.
Look at that pass! Goal for Manchester City!
Takes this corner, whips it in, it's headed and it's a goal, and it's that man, Gabriel.
Liverpool have equalised. Lovely improvisational touch from Curtis Jones.
Oh, what a goal! Wow, take it out!
Hello and welcome to the Commentary Hub's alternative audio coverage for the first match of the 2026 World Cup. Mexico against South Africa. I'm your alternative presenter, Nicholas Jones. So good evening, good morning and good afternoon. Wherever you're listening around the world, you are very welcome indeed. So, a new clean sheet of paper for FIFA and the World Cup. The first to be staged in 3 countries, Mexico, Canada and the United States. A 48-team tournament, and Mexico, the first country to host the tournament 3 times, having previously hosted in 1970 and 1986. Mexico and South Africa have faced each other before, and 16 years ago today, when South Africa hosted the World Cup back in 2010. It was the first game at just after 3 o'clock in the afternoon in Johannesburg, and South Africa took the lead early on, but Mexico equalised, so the first match was kind of bittersweet for South Africa, but memorable nonetheless. So we're now going to check in with our match commentator Russ Vernon, who is standing by. Russ, South Africa feel that they've learnt from previous experience, but recent performances show that they could have their work cut out because they've only won 1 of their last 6 in all competitions.
Yes, absolutely, Nick. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening to all our listeners across the world, wherever you're tuned in from. I'm match commentator, as Nick said, and it should be a good game, this one today, Nick. I think it's going to be a good game, as you mentioned. South Africa won that many of the last 6 competitions, only 1 win in there, losing 2 and drawing the other 3, whereas Mexico, they've won 4 and drawn 2 from their last matches across all competitions. This should be a good game, though. I think I'm looking forward to this one. Hopefully we get a good game and a good tournament as well to have here on the Commentary Hub this summer, which should be a fantastic tournament and one that I'm looking forward to in this game tonight, and it should be a very good game in prospect, and I'm looking forward to watching this one moving forward and the tournament as a whole as well, Nick. It should be a good game, and as you mentioned, 2010 these 2 sides open the tournament, and who thought 16 years later they would open the tournament yet again. What a tournament we've got coming up here in Group A of the and other groups as well from the World Cup in 2026 here on TCHub Live.
Indeed, yes, and Mexico hoping to make up for their abysmal World Cup in 2022 when they failed to make the knockout stage for the first time since 1978. Appointed Javier Aguirre as their head coach in 2024. As Ross said, 2 draws and 3 wins in their last match as preparations draw to a close. So how do you see both sides? How do you see both sides going in the World Cup, and who are your standout players from both teams?
Well then, Nick, for me, when I look at this one, I think I'm not really sure much about the Mexico side. Only one I really remember and look at from the side is Raul Jimenez, formerly of Fulham, rejoined Wolverhampton Wanderers, who earlier today sacked Rob Edwards, their head coach, following relegation to the Championship. So he's wanted to stand out for the standout there, as well as along with captain Cesar Montes in the defence, central defender as well. He's a brilliant defender, 29 years of age is Montes. Jimenez is 35 years of age as well. And if you look at the South African side, Lau Foster is one that I really know much about, having played for Burnley in the Premier League. Some Burnley fans, including our own JB, not a big fan of Lau Foster. The 25-year-old starts today as well, which I'm looking forward to seeing how this one goes today, in all fairness.
Yes, so, yeah. Azteca in Mexico City. The first stadium to feature in 3 World Cups, by the way. And so after just over a 2.5-year period in which 206 teams competed across 899 qualifying matches, scoring just over 2,500 goals, it's curtain up at the Estadio Azteca. So I'll hand you over to our match commentator with all the team news and to keep me going throughout the game, our very own Russ Vernon.
Thank you very much there, Nicholas Jones, and a big welcome once again to all our listeners. Good afternoon from Mexico City in the Estadio Azteca Stadium. Just approaching 1 o'clock in the afternoon here in Mexico City for this game between Mexico and South Africa. Let's take a look then of how these sides line up today, starting with the home side, Mexico, who this is how they line up today. Raul Ranges starts between the sticks today. It's a back four then for Mexico of Gallardo, Vasquez, Montes and Reyes from left to right. Lyra in front of the back four in a 4-1 formation for Mexico. Guineros, Figaro, Gutierrez and Alvaro played behind the aforementioned Raul Jimenez as the national anthems are being played out here in Mexico City. Ahead of this game, it was going to be a fantastic match today. Let's take a look then at the other side today, South Africa, who line up in a 5-3-2 formation, should I say, for their side today. Warren Williams is the captain and starts between the sticks. Across the back is Muda, Ocon, Sidibe, Mubeka and Mubida is Mokena and Situl with Adams in midfield. And as I mentioned, Burnley's Lau Foster and Ikram Renas in the attack today. The remainder of the two squads are on the bench. And look out for Temba's win, the number 11 for South Africa. He could be one to look out for. As for Mexico, look out for number 19, Gilberto Mora. He's another key player in the sides today. Let's take a look then at the match officials ahead of kick-off, as we get ready to bring you today's match officials. And we have got Brazilian Wilton Sampaio. The referee is from Brazil, assisted by Bruno Perez and Bruno Bochella from Brazil as well. The Paraguayan Juan Benitez is the fourth official. VAR today is Nicolas Gallo from Colombia, Juan Lara from Chile. As a port VAR is Jerome Brissard from France in what's going to be a big game today as we get ready to watch this opening match of the 2026 FIFA World Cup. They're just going through the Mexican national anthem, and instead of lining up in a traditional line across the in front of the tunnel where they come out, this is what they're doing this year, and it's for not just for this game, it's for all games, where they're all going to line up in a circle, not just the starting lineups, but the substitutes as well, with the match officials in a circle, so they can be all together in what's going to be a big game in this World Cup opener, see who will come out on top. The kickoff is very much fast approaching, still going through the national anthem of Mexico right now, just before we get to kick off in what's going to be a big game today. Here is a fantastic game of football. Looking forward to watching this one. I've got to say, Mexico against South Africa. And just some other news this evening as well, away from the World Cup. And there have been rumours for a number of weeks now, and I brought the news in the off air to some of the colleagues when it first got reported about Jose Mourinho returning to Real Madrid from Benfica. Real Madrid have confirmed the appointment of the manager Jose Mourinho for a second spell in charge there now. He replaces Xabi Alonso, who sat Arbeloa came in as interim head coach there, but he is all set for the game to take charge of Real Madrid once the season starts again, as we get ready for what's going to be a big game here. The Mexican flag just flying across the stadium ahead of kickoff in what's going to be a big match today. We should be looking forward to this one. Kickoff is very much fast approaching now in what's going to be a big game of football, and one that I am very much looking forward to bringing you this evening. If you are listening for the very first time today, big welcome to you. And if you want to get involved in the comments, please get involved in the comments down below as we in our live chat, and we'll read some of them out when we have the 3-minute water breaks that we will be having for the games in every single match during this tournament. A 3-minute water break there. Just a reminder of our next live matches as we wait for kickoff in this one, and I can tell you it will be Friday night's kickoff. The game on Friday night takes place in Toronto, where the other hosts, Canada, are in action as they take on Bosnia and Herzegovina. It's 8 p.m. in the BOM field in Toronto. Kickoff is same time as this one, around about 8 o'clock there, as we get ready for this game this evening. The officials are just out there with the match ball, and the South Africans just kneeling down, taking a photo ahead of kickoff. Should be a good match, this one, as we get ready for kickoff in what's going to be a fantastic match up here, to say. And I've got to say that I think whoever wins this one could go on to potentially go through in the group from Group A as well. And just a little stat for which I found out ahead of kickoff in this match, and Mexico in this stadium, in the Estadio Aztec Stadium, when they've played in this stadium before in international matches, they've had 3 international matches here before, and they've never lost there. And so it'll be interesting to see if South Africa can break that duck today and lose and be the first team to beat Mexico there. Mexico are normally unbeaten when they play in this stadium. The teams are just getting ready to go there, just having a few drinks and get last minute preparations from both managers as we await kick-off, as we just have a look at the Mexico team. Again, as you can see it on your screen there, Mexico 4-1-2-3 formation for them today. We had it down as a different formation in the 4-1-4-1, but it looks like it's going to be a fantastic match up today. Raul Jimenez through the middle, leading the line for the Mexicans today. Javier Aguirre, the head coach, picking his side today. As I mentioned, the rest of the players all on the bench. Roberto Mora, the standout substitute for the Mexicans. As for Bafana and South Africa, the main one to look out for up front, in my opinion, for Hugo Broos's side, is Lyle Foster. Ikram Reyners is also partnering him in attack today, as we look forward to bringing you this matchup today, as we get ready to see who will come out on top in this game. It's a 5-3-2 formation for South Africa. Just going through the coin toss right now ahead of kick-off, and Mexico have won kick-off. Montez has won kick-off. it looks like they're going to be taking the kick off Mexico. Williams has decided to stay the sides where they are right now. The match officials just getting a photo before we get this game off and underway. If you're tuning in for the first time today here on the channel, big thank you to you, and please stay locked in and please subscribe to the channel. Please like and subscribe. Like this video and subscribe to the channel because we'll be covering the majority of the 104 matches at the World Cup. We will not be covering every single match though, not having enough commentators to do that, but we will be covering some of the matches today. But let's hope this game kicks us off and gets us off to a fantastic start for a fantastic World Cup campaign, one that we will be looking forward to seeing. And just before we finish today's broadcast, I will let people know who my prediction is to win the competition. Well, I'll let you know towards the end of the broadcast, just before I am back to Nick, head of either half time or full time. The Williams and his Mexican side all set and ready to go. So to a Bafana of South Africa. Just a reminder that a 3-minute water break will be taking place in around about the halfway mark of each half, and it will be Mexico to get us off and underway. The referee just blowing his whistle any second now to start the 2026 FIFA World Cup in 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Any second now, the whistle will blow and the game is underway. Mexico have just kicked us off as they will attack the goal away to my right hand side as Gallardo plays it infield to Vazquez now, who plays it across there to the centre back corner of Montez, who will play back into him. And Mexico just holding possession up early on here, and they're just playing the ball around here. Good bit of movement here from Mexico at the back. Here comes Vazquez, play to Montez, who can look up here. Montez drops it back in field. It goes there to the number 6, Lyra, who's dropped back into the back line there to make it the 3 at the back rather than a back 4 at times, which some clubs and countries do seem to do. Here's number 5, Vazquez now for Mexico, coming up towards over halfway now, and how wide it goes on that far side. He's kept played back into Vazquez again, also from Fidalgo, the number 8 for Mexico. He looks to keep hold of possession. He's now out on that far side again as they will look to come forward. He plays across to number 3, Montez, the skipper. Ronan Williams is the skipper for South Africa. If you're just joining us today, thank you very much for choosing us as your commentary partner for the commentary hub on YouTube and for the World Cup. We'll keep you updated on all the other matches when we next on air. We'll keep laying on the results from the earlier matches on that day, and you know what else is coming up in the weekend and what else is coming up on the channel, as well as we bring you the World Cup coverage here on the commentary hub for yet another year, another tournament for me to tick off and bring to you here this evening. We're playing just coming up towards 2 minutes of the first period. It's out on that right hand side for South Africa. We'll look to keep hold of the ball early on. Kemba, the number 4, just knocks it back there to Williams, and he plays it now to number 14, Babaxi. I guess it's to the number 4, back in field to Dibe there, the number 21, which was Oakland, should I say, no, to this bit, he's number 19. But South Africa can't keep the ball in play on the left hand side through Modiba as they have it again. The Mexican head coach has done a remarkable job to win the friendlies that they've done so far in leading up to this one. And as I mentioned at the top of the show, this is the 3rd time that they're hosting the World Cup, this time with USA and Canada to their legendary standalone editions in 1970 and 1986. It's an early free kick there for Mexico. Foul on the number 25 there as we watch this unfold, which is Alvaro, and number 26 Gutierrez is sending over this. So too is number 25 Alvaro, and I think they will look to launch us into the penalty and try and cause problems for Williams inside the South African penalty area, and for the defenders as well. And VAR will now check if there's any fouls by the attacking side. I believe it from these set pieces as a low ball is hit against the wall and out of play for an early throw in here to Mexico as they're trying to pile on the pressure early on here. If you want to tune in you can do so. Keep us tuned in for us and we'll give you updates on this game throughout tonight with live commentary on this game, should I say, for tonight's match. It should be a good game, this one, to be unfolding as we watch this early throwing down the line. It's flicked out to this number 25 Alvaro. Gets ball and crossing from number 15 and a shot there from Raul Jimenez. And Raul Jimenez with an effort. Pushed behind by Williams, and that's a decent effort there. Raised with the ball into the penalty area. And he comes 2 minutes on the edge of the box. He was left unmarked and he fired an effort towards goal. And Williams could only get an hand to it, and he looked like he was going to go in, but he went the wrong side of the post from the Mexican persuasion. Corner kick then in towards the penalty area, punched away by Williams. Down he goes again, crossed in towards the back post, ended up into the penalty, into the air, flicked it back in. And South Africa will look to clear away from danger, but they've not been able to do so yet. And South Africa just keeping possession, and now the South Africans are charging over halfway. There's number 15. This captain who was doing, the striker who was doing well there to keep hold of possession, has gone through to the goalkeeper, Rangel. Really, as he was though, did well, and then this is the Mexican chance again. Well, Jimenez coming in onto it from the edge of the penalty area, running in on the shot came in, and he fired it into the bottom towards the bottom corner. And Williams had to get down there to make a save, and that's the first save in action that we've had in this opening match of the World Cup. 5 minutes gone here, it remains Mexico 0, South Africa 0 as we watch this game unfold. Ball out towards this far side, and there's a brilliant chase down by Gallardo. Good ball in towards the number 25 Alvaro's, coming from the right hand side towards our left hand side to try and get involved in the play. And now South Africa trying to get out there, and it was Al Foster who tried to put a ball out wide towards McKenna and Muda, but neither of them could get on end of it. And he's back now from the throw it to Vasquez from Gallardo. And Vasquez will take his time and will look to win this ball forward for Mexico. Down the left hand side, just to play it from the touchline on the left hand side. He drops it back in now to Vasquez again. And now infield to Montes, the captain, across now to Reyes. Where's number 15? And here now Mexico play towards the left hand side, and Vasquez now over halfway on that left hand side. Just come out from the central position of the back line on the left hand side. He's on the left hand side now with Gallardo, who's pushed right forward there up against number 20 of South Africa. Muda, who gets back at him, and I think he's won a goal kick there, Muda. And if he has, that's a fantastic piece of defending. And he has done, yes, so that's fantastic work there from the South African man. And they're going to have to take the goal kick again because the referee wasn't ready. He's now ready this time. And they've taken it short again. And that's another good block there. Going for yet another corner, and he's right in there, so gone out there to close them down. And this is what Mexico like to do. They like to close down and make it hard for teams to play out against them here in Mexico City in the Estadio Aztec. And it remains 0-0 if you're just tuning into us this afternoon. Here is coming up to 1:15 in the afternoon local time, 8:15 if you're in the UK and in England. But yeah, in Mexico City, it's Mexico 0, South Africa 0 in the World Cup as the ball is split out to that far side and headed down and away by South Africa, but Mexico closed them down again. Quick toss there, across there with Gallardo helping him out. It's been a good start by the home side here, and you've got to say this side today. Stop what the managers put out there. You've got to say that South Africa don't know how to approach this game because of Mexico's side of what they like to do is the ball will come forward and will try to have a goal against goal. And Mexico have opened the scoring. It's Quintos, the goal scorer, the number 16. Quinos, should I say. And Quinos, inside 9 minutes, has given the hosts the lead. Fantastic goal from Mexico. And they open the scoring. And this summer's World Cup. Fantastic bit of play. Quinos there with the goal. And you've got to say, it has been coming. Williams play the ball out. Poor touch by the number 13 sits all there in front of the defence. The number 6 of Mexico won the ball back. Lera and then Quinos had it underneath the goalkeeper's legs and into the back of the net. Williams could do nothing about that one. And Mexico lead by a goal to nil. Inside 9 minutes, and what a start. We haven't had to wait long for the opening goal of the tournament. Quinos on 9 minutes, the goal scorer. And now South Africa look to come forward, but the pass is poor. Now Raul Jimenez is holding up the play. But Raul Jimenez is offside. But what a game, what a start. And this has been a good game so far. Fantastic start to the game. And I must say, this game has really got off to a fantastic start. Julian Quinos with the goal. And it's just what the host wanted. And he's just been fouled there, Quinos, the goal scorer. And wins Mexico a free kick on our left-hand side. Just inside the South African half of the field. And Mexico are enjoying the lead so far in this game and enjoying much of the possession as well. And you've got to say that this game will be something that they'll be hoping to get the 3 points out of and then to try and build on this in the group. As Hugo Boss's side will be having to try to come up with something else now and something a bit different from what they were trying in the opening 9 minutes until they fell behind. And with them having now to push out and try and get the next goal, it will end up leaving gaps for Mexico to play in and play out from the back. There is Rangel in goal for Mexico today. He's going to hold up the play and play it towards our left-hand side where Vasquez is. He goes back to his goalkeeper. Rangel finds the captain Montes. Infield he goes to Lera, who won the ball back for the opening goal of the game to be scored from. And now here is Vasquez with the goal. Who with the ball, should I say, another goal. It was Quinos with the goal. So the ball's over the top looking for Raul Jimenez, who's in behind the South African line again. He just keeps the ball in play, has Raul on the back of his shirt. And the No Wolves man who started Bradley for Mexico. And I've got to say as well, with that news I brought to you earlier about Rob Edwards being sacked by Wolverhampton Wanderers, I've had a word coming to us in the build-up to this game that Mexico's leading man Raul Jimenez, along with former England man Kieran Trippier, were not happy to hear the news that Rob Edwards has been sacked. I'll tell you more about this after this corner. As in towards Raul Jimenez, who heads up and into the air, which Williams claims, and it's because that Rob Edwards played a big part in both of them signing for the Molyneux club. So they're not happy that he is departed. But I've got to say, from my perspective, I believe that was always on the cards since he got relegated and had been muted in the past couple of weeks. I'd heard rumours that Edwards could be leaving Wolves. So I was surprised to hear both Trippier and Jimenez saying that were a big pull to join Wolves was the manager Rob Edwards. Is Mexico in possession now, back into the here and now of the World Cup with Rangel in possession, spreads it out wide to our left-hand side towards Gallardo's pushed up from left back to play a bit higher, and that's what the Mexicans like to do, push their defenders, especially the fullbacks, high up the pitch, create overloads in those wide areas to stop opposition from crowding them down either side as well. And we'll keep you across the other matches taking place in the World Cup when we're next on air. We'll tell you what's happening in the other match in Group A, which takes place at 3 o'clock in the morning between Korea Republic and Czechia, and then we've got the game tomorrow evening between Canada and Bosnia to bring you, as well as we bring you the matches here. Some of the matches here are the FIFA World Cup for 2026. If you are just tuning into us for the first time today, big thank you for choosing us as your commentary partner while you're watching the games on your televisions around the globe, as this is a globe and world stage, this FIFA tournament. And there's a man down here from Mexico just trying to work out which player it is. There's Brian Gutierrez who's gone down. No, it is number 8 who's gone down, Alvaro Fidalgo. And there is the formation who I mentioned a few moments ago, Raul Jimenez, as he just watching this goal from the referee's angle, and that's a fantastic goal. Then the referee's view had it perfectly, and you can see there was no clear foul there. Foul in that VAR would have checked the goal, as they do check the goal. One thing that VAR can check now is referee. I'll tell you after this attack from Mexico, is the number 26 Gutierrez just loses out, and the man's gone down in a free kick to South Africa, won by the number 14 there, Mubazaki. And one thing VAR can check now is, say if the referee gives a corner, they will check that and check to see whether the corner kick decision is correct. And if it's not correct, they'll advise the referee to go and look at the monitor, or just advise him to change his decision and give a goal kick instead. But one thing I'm surprised about is that if he gives a goal kick and it should be a corner, they're not checking that, which I think is bizarre, if you ask me. As here comes South Africa in possession, as they will look to try and bring themselves back on level terms in the opening match of the World Cup. Here's number 6 now, Mobida. Down the line he goes, number 14 there, which is Muzaki. And he gives the ball away, and there's a foul inside, midway inside the South African Mexican half. And there is the first yellow card of the tournament. And he goes away with the South African. Just trying to work out which number of the South African who's got it. Just, there's a man on the screen there, Tebo Mokena, who wears number 4. For the late challenge there on the number 8, Fidalgo. And for me, this was the correct call. As confirmation on your screen now, he has picked up a yellow card. We'll bring you the game today, first booking of the tournament. I wonder in this opening match today, will we have the first red card of the tournament as well. But one thing I do want to tell you is that we do not have a goalless draw, and I continue my run of commentating without a goalless draw to the name, because this game has already had a goal in it, and the last few games have been on the commentary hub. I've not had a goalless draw, so and this continuing tonight, no goalless draw for me, which I'm happy about, because normally some people do get goalless draws. I'm hoping I don't put the commentator's curse on this when I say this, but I'm hoping my good friend Paul James's things and put a curse on that, and he gets the first goalless draw tomorrow night. And Nicholas says, makes me wonder how many cards will be dished out in the tournament given the additional rules, and it's made me wonder that as well, Nick. I'm not sure how many we will have in the tournament, but we'll have to wait and see what tournament, how many cards we will have in the tournament, and I wonder if we'll have any red or yellow cards in the tournament as well, as Mexico will try and put the pressure on the South Africa goalkeeper Williams there, who clears it long downfield, and there's a header won by the Mexican defender Montes there, who rose above Lyle Foster, as one of our colleagues, JB, from his time when he was playing for Burnley last season, called him Foster the Imposter, and he said he wasn't a very good striker there, but from when I've seen him play for Burnley, and this is just my opinion for what it's worth, I think he has been rather good. As a shot comes in from Quinos again, and he goes just wide of the target. He's out Burnley in some of the matches, especially when they're in the Championship, but in the Premier League, he's not really been that much in the shot from Quinos. As I'm just looking at it again, went into the back of one of the stewards, and hit the back of the steward, and almost made the steward fall off his seat where he's watching the crowd from behind that goal tonight, as the referee was just telling the Williams not to go just until the goalkeeper has kicked it, and because he's kicked it out to the centre back, it can go. Ramirez just went a bit too early then, as he was a bit too eager to try and get the ball back, as Lyle Foster this time wins his side a free kick, as South Africa looks to get on the front foot in this game. JB, Paul reckons I might be trying to wind JB up there, to be honest. I don't think so, Paul. It's just my opinion from when I've seen him play. I think he's been quite good for Burnley, mainly when they were in the Championship. I don't think he did that much in the Premier League this season that's just finished, mind you. But when Burnley went up, this season was finished season before, I thought he was one of the main players in the Burnley side that caused a few problems against my boys Leeds in that title run, where we went down to the final day of the season, and they just pipped them to the post, beating Plymouth Argyle later on. Lyle Foster played a big part in that Burnley promotion push, in my view anyway. As we watch this game unfold, big up to Media Radio Jingles and Gaming as well, who's listening in, who says, "Good evening, Russ and the commentary up team. World Cup already, and I'm already enjoying the match and the commentary. Thank you very much, my friend. That is really appreciated there as well." Paul don't agree with my assessments, and that's fine. It's all about opinions, and everyone's got one. And I will say that if we all have the same opinion, football would be boring. Just wouldn't be able to have a debate on things, and a civil debate at that me and Paul can. As the ball is played in towards the penalty area from Mexico there through the number 25 Alvaro, and now South Africa will try and come away with possession through Lyle Foster, and it is a free kick. There is Roberto Carlos in the crowd, the former Brazilian man, and left back, world class left back he was in his day, Roberto Carlos. And Gilberto Silva was out just behind him as well. World class midfielder there as well is Gilberto Silva, from an Arsenal man. And it remains Mexico 1, South Africa 0. And here they come against the South Africans. Matchday sends the ball forward. It comes out now towards number 15. Reynolds, who tries to get the ball in, he's blocked. Peels for ball. The referee says no, and I agree with that. He was hitting straight at him, and he was too close to the incident to be given handball. We'll have a stoppage of play, no matter for a drinks break in each half, no matter what the temperature is in these games. As the number 4 for South Africa, Kenner goes down, as the number 26, Brian Gutierrez, and picks up the second yellow card of the tournament for that foul there as well. And we will have a look at this challenge again, and it was a late challenge. I don't think he may have got slightly on the ball, but I think it's the follow-through reaction. I guess it is. We see the chance for Reynolds again. And now South Africa have a chance to put this ball into the penalty areas. Sitol is in there. Adams in there too. So too will be Lyle Foster and Rayners. Well, Kenner is taking this set piece. Ocon, Muda, Sidispe, Mabaksuke and Mabida will all be in and around the penalty area. And the referee just having a word with Lyle Foster. There he was pushing and shoving inside the Mexican penalty area as he waits for this set piece to come in. He will try and go on the end of this one and try and get South Africa back on level terms. It's headed away by Mexico this time. I believe it was by Reyes, number 15. The ball is now back into the penalty area again. Cleared this time by Raul Jimenez to the goal scorer Quinos, and he goes all the way behind for a goal kick to Mexico. And I believe, let's have a look. Yes, this is where the hydration break kicks in. And while we're having the hydration break, let's just tell you what we have got coming up on the channel next. Just a reminder, we'll have this hydration break, and we have got tomorrow night's game in Toronto at the BOM Field, where Canada takes on Bosnia and Herzegovina at 8 p.m. This hydration break will be for 3 minutes. Just a bit of news for you from the England camp. England had a friendly last night against Costa Rica in their warm-up match, and we will, with that one, England won 3-0 last night, and they had a game, behind closed doors game against Miami United earlier today as well. Did England? No result from that, as Tuchel used that to get some minutes under his belt for the players who have not got up to speed as of yet. The main matches coming up this weekend is Korea Republic versus Czechia at 3 a.m. Canada versus Bosnia and Herzegovina at 8 o'clock, which you've just said that's here on the commentary hub. And then on Saturday morning at 2 a.m. we'll see USA take on Paraguay. Unable to win that one as well on the commentary hub. But on Friday morning's game at 3 a.m. UK time sees Korea Republic take on Czechia as well. And we'll be across some of these games keeping you updated with what's happening in the tournament for this game and the other matches taking place today. If you're tuning in for the first time today, please do us a massive favour if you can. Please hit the thumbs up button on the video. It lets us know that you do like the video. And also, please hit the subscribe button as well, so we can grow our channel and get people out there as well. And if you're listening today for the first time, big thank you to you, and it's good to have you on board for the World Cup opener between Mexico and South Africa in the opening match of the tournament as we watch this game unfold. Coming up towards the 27th minute, and there'll be a goal kick to restart for Mexico as the ball went out of play for a goal kick then. While they had the hydration break, I was going through what's coming up on the channel in the next few fixtures, so I didn't have that chance to get an hydration break, so I'll just have a quick one now. And now the goal kick has been taken, one by the other there from South Africa. I wonder which side will benefit from this hydration break. Will South Africa get on top in this game, or will Mexico continue to be on top and creating more chances in the game? But we'll have to wait and see. And if, as you can see on the screen there, please subscribe and click the bell as well. It's very much appreciated if you can do that for us tonight as a ball, and whenever we're on air as well. And please also tell your friends, tell your families, and make sure they know all about us as we bring you the opening match and more matches from this summer's FIFA World Cup. World Cup 2026 here on TCHub Live. The opening match between Mexico and South Africa will be bring to you tonight, and we'll have the other matches, some other matches coming up as well. We'll be covering the England group games, and we will cover some of the, not all of them, but some of the Scottish matches as well, as we keep you across those as well. We'll bring you matches up and down, and different times as well. So some early hours of the morning, as you saw there in the UK. The times on the matches that you saw there were UK times rather than local times. It's locally right now, it's 25 to 2 in the afternoon, 1:35 in the afternoon in Mexico City for this game. So Mexico, 56% possession to South Africa's 38%. If you're wondering about the statistics side of things. And now balling towards Gutierrez. Can he get a striker? A goal he can, but he's blocked by South Africa. Brilliant piece of defending there by Sidisbit. And Ocon was across there too to help him out, which is good to see as South Africa just come under a bit of pressure there. But as Mexico continue to be on top in the match. If you're tuning in for the first time today, thank you very much for doing so. Ball switched out wide to this near side, and the number 25 Alvaro midfielder goes into the penalty area from the number 15 Israel Reyes, who has I Reyes on the back of his Mexican shirt. And South Africa just turn away from danger, or maybe going into danger after good pressure from Alvaro. He's now back with the captain Williams, who will keep all of possession and look to bring this ball forward. He's now back with Williams again, and throughout the matches that we have, the player of the match will be announced, and I've got the job of picking that tonight. As we see Quino's goal on 9 minutes, it's the difference as we've played just over 30.5 minutes in this opening match of the 2026 World Cup. Ball played forward and he's up into the air and he's headed back and then played back by Muda to his goalkeeper Williams, who will have possession well and try and keep hold of possession here as we watch this game unfold today between Mexico and South Africa. If you just joined into us today, thank you very much for choosing us as your official partner for the 2026 World Cup between Mexico and South Africa. And hopefully you choose us when we're on air for all your World Cup coverage needs. As we, and even if I do say so myself, we have the best commentators in the business out there, and some making their way into the just starting their journeys in sports commentary as well, and we'll hopefully have a colleague onto a former colleague who were with us in one of the other European Championship tournaments, joining us for some matches this summer as well. We'll try and see when he is available to help us with the coverage of the matches as the ball is sent long, and there is a flag will go for offside. Will it against number 6 Mabida? He won't, and he's going for a corner, but the flag now goes up against Mabida, but Iba, should I say, and it's the correct call there. But for me, the flag should have gone up a lot sooner, because say an injury occurred there to Madiba, that would have been all down to the liner on that far side not putting his flag up straight away, and that's something that I don't want to see. Injuries caused by delaying of flags, and hopefully we don't have too many flag delays for offsides in this tournament. As here comes Johan Vazquez, who gets the ball out wide. Now he looks to keep all of possession, and he drops it all the way back now to Raul Rangel. And he sprays the ball out wide, and he can't keep the ball in play there. Jesus Gallardo, as Mexico will look to force South Africa back if they can get possession back in a moment. With South Africa just enjoying a bit of possession. Just inside the centre circle it is, and towards our right hand side. Now played forward. You're going to find Al Foster. He has picked out Al Foster. Who gets the ball out wide. With too much on the pass from Al Foster. And the number 20 there, Kulaso Muda. He's not happy with the Burnley man. As Pierluigi Kalina and Hernan Crespo and David Silva are all there watching up in the crowd. VAR are checking something here, I believe. But the check is now complete. Don't know what they were checking there though, because we didn't get any word on what they was checking there as the ball is flicked on. And now here comes Mexico charging forward, and it's out wide now with Alvaro. Alvaro gets the ball out wide and he looks to try and come forward. Is he chopped down there only for a throw-in rather than a foul out there? That's a wonderful challenge by the number 14 from South Africa, Mobazaki, who will give away that throw which Raiders will take. And some other rules which I'll mention when time arrives for those situations. There's a chance for Mexico to get a double their lead, and a fantastic save of the near post by Ronan Williams, claiming the ball in as Mexico came down the left hand side again. And Gallardo went on the overlap and he pulled the ball across looking for Raul Jimenez, who was too near the goalkeeper at his near post. And the ball now went downfield from that goal kick, from that kick out of his hands from Williams, and had a play for Mexico throwing. And they've gone to go back to where the ball went our way. Jesus Gallardo will be doing that right now. And it is still Mexico 0. No, Mexico 1. South Africa 0, if you're just tuning into us here, should I say, in this World Cup. As the ball is now picked out, number 15 Reyes, who will look up here and try and come forward. He has been forced to go inside to the captain Montes, who goes to number 6, Eric Lea, should I say. 6 attempts at goal from Mexico, 2 on target, none so far for South Africa in terms of attempts on goal, at goal or on target. So that shows how dominant Mexico have been in the opening 36 minutes of this game. And for me, they're one of my dark horses in the tournament, Mexico, to go far, I think, especially if they play in this stadium more often than not, where they're not lost in one about, I think it's 3 international matches there. Only lost 3 international matches there. I believe that they could have a good long run, especially if they play here in the round of 32 and the round of 16 as well. Especially with, they could go far and deep into the tournament. For me, I'm probably going to say they'll probably get to maybe the quarter-final stage, Mexico, but you never know, they could go even further. South Africa, on the other hand, for me, need to win this game to have a chance of progressing out of their group with South Korea and Czechia. We're also in this group. They play each other at 3 a.m. UK time. And the other towards goal is wide from the Burnley man, Lyle Foster. And he was backtracking. He was about to get a head onto it, but it was never a good conviction. He just hit him in the side of the head, just below his forehead, towards his eyebrow. And I think that's probably the reason why he didn't go through with the good header there. And Nick says 2 out of 3 Scotland group matches for us ain't too bad. No, that's correct, Nick. And we look forward to bringing those, and we'll be bringing you, all being well, 3 out of 3 England group games as well in this tournament. As the ball is played forward, he's headed down into the penalty area by South Africa. Mal Foster can't get there. Well, Rangel gets possession this time though, as we're bringing you coverage of the opening match of the World Cup between Mexico and South Africa in Mexico City. It's approaching, it's just got 2 in the afternoon here, local time. 49 back home, and we're looking forward to see what happens in the second half of this match and the match coming up as well. And so far, Mexico have probably, in my opinion, had the better of the chances, as the stats backed up with that. 6 attempts, a goal, and only 2 attempts on target, as Eric Lyra is down, punching the floor. I didn't see that because I was following the ball. Next thing I know, the referee stopped play with him down inside his own half of the field. He's clutching his top of his leg, and about his thigh area. And I think he could come from here. When he cleared the ball away, he just got clouted in the back of, accidentally, by Stefano Sito of South Africa. So Mexico got possession back and will try and come forward again as we approach the final 5 minutes of the first period, where it is Mexico 1, South Africa 0 in the World Cup. Very good to have you with us today. And the sun is shining here as well, and we've got to say this is a good opening match, so far in the tournament, and one that I'm looking forward to seeing how both teams progress in the tournament as well. More comments coming in as well. Hi from Pearl as well, who says hi to us there. Hopefully doing okay, Pearl. Thank you for your comment. Please keep comments clean and family friendly. That's what we like to do here on the Country. Like it to be a family friendly show, so please follow those guidelines, otherwise you will be permanently blocked from our channel and will not be able to put any comments in. And also, we may have to, and we don't want to hear the commentary, but we may have to close the channel comments down for live games due to if people are constantly rude and overly spamming it. But nobody's doing that at the moment, but just a fair warning there, we may do that if it gets too much for us here on the commentary hub, which we don't like doing here. As the ball is played out wide now to Reyes, just a couple of yards in from the right hand touchline. Gets it back again, and infield it goes. Ball clipped up by Lira, and there's a man going down there for Mexico. The ball towards Raul Jimenez, flick towards goal, and it's saved by Williams. And Raul Jimenez going close there for Mexico. Wonderful ball in. He may have just been offside as well by his arm, and he flicked it towards goal and pushed away by Wayne Williams. Fantastic stop. And now Lyra slipped, but somebody just to keep hold of possession for Mexico. And now they're charging forward. And there was a chance for a shot at goal. It takes a deflection. Ball back in. Shot in. Off the post from Julian Quinos, the man who's almost scored the second of the tournament. And it remains Mexico 1, South Africa 0. A wonderful bit of play again. That could have been 2-0 before half time. Fantastic little layoff. And just comes back off the post. It was a really bit of play from Gutierrez and Alvaro. And then a shot in there from Julian Quinos has done well there to keep it out. But fantastic bit of play in the end. And we watch this game unfold. Mexico 1, South Africa 0 in the World Cup this summer, taking place in Mexico City at the Estadio Aztec Stadium. And what a game so far. We're approaching the final 2 minutes plus stoppage time. There'll be at least 3 minutes for the water break, maybe some other due to some stoppages for injuries or whatever. So we'll see at least 3 minutes, because we told our 3 minutes will be added on for the water break in each half as well, with water break being 3 minutes on in the matches. No matter what temperature is like, there will always be a 3-minute water break in every single match here at this summer's World Cup. And if you're tuning in for the first time today, we do appreciate that, and thank you very much for choosing us as South Africa. I've just won a corner on their right hand side, which is number 6. Mobida is going across to take. He's jogging over there now after he was told by the referee to hurry up. It remains Mexico 1, South Africa 0. If you're just tuning into us here. And the ball is whipped into the penalty area, headed away. And again, then, shot coming in from the penalty area. Well, about 25 yards out, actually, from number 14. The back has it. Embo Kaza, who forced the goalkeeper, Rangel, into a save. No, Paul, we don't want to get cancelled. We don't want to get cancelled off air, mate, either. And we like to run a professional channel here as well. So, if there's a VAR decision that we do not agree with, we'll try and keep a calm sensible head on it, so we don't overdo it with our blood pressure. But it can be hard sometimes, as was found out last season. Well, end of this season just gone, as the ball's played forward. There was a penalty area. Roman Williams comes out to clear it downfield, and now almost in was Ikram Reyners there. And that was almost in there for Mexico to try and get their noses in front for a second time. We're into stoppage time now. Just waiting to see how many minutes of stoppage time we will get here. Not being put up for us as of yet from the board. Then we'll have at least 3 minutes of stoppage time. We have got confirmation out there we will have 4 additional minutes at the end of this first period. Big thank you there to Nick, who's just confirmed it to us, and it's confirmed to me now as well. Mexico 1, South Africa 0. And the ball is sent forward by Rangel. It's towards Raul Jimenez. And he's out wide on this near side. Really a bit of play. He's going out of play for a throw. Alvaro will take the throw in, but no, it will leave it for the number 15 Reyes. And he had to hurry up with the throw-ins as well. We've got 10 seconds to take throw-ins now, otherwise we'll go to the opposition. As a shot comes in, saved by Williams. So that's another one of the ruling that's coming for this World Cup. That you've got to have got to take it within 10 seconds, otherwise the decision will go the opposite way. With Mexico 1, South Africa 0. If you're just tuning into us here this afternoon, coming up towards 5 to 9 in the UK, 5 to 2 in Mexico City. And here is South Africa with possession. Can they go on the outside? He can there. The number 6, Modiba. Modiba still going well here. And he goes behind for a goal kick there. South Africa want the corner kick there. But as I mentioned earlier, the VAR can't check that, see if it was the correct call of the award. And that should have been, from looking at it from that angle, should have been a corner to South Africa. The VAR can't get involved with that one, which I find bizarre. Because if he gives a corner and it's a goal kick, they can't get involved with that. But if he gives a goal kick, the goal kick decision stands, and that should have been a corner. Now I'm having a rant about VAR, but I'm doing it a bit more calmly than what my colleague Paul would normally do. As you watch this first period coming towards an end in 60 seconds time, as Mexico comes forward and is played into a quarter. Just for a second, Gutierrez drags his effort wide. Ryan Gutierrez dragged his effort wide there. And that really should have been 2-0 to Mexico just before half time. Was it a cross or was it a shot over cross? It could have been a pass towards Jimenez, but who was on the same wavelength. But as we come towards the end of this first period, I've got to say it's been a good game and a good one from this game. Welcome into Mike as well. Hopefully you're doing okay, Mike. Thank you for tuning in to us this afternoon, or this morning, or this evening, depending where you are in the world. I know you're in England, so this evening. We've come towards the end of this first half. Hopefully doing well this evening, and thank you for choosing us to listen to tonight. As we come towards the end of the first half, we've had the 4 minutes of stoppage time, and there is the half-time whistle in the opening match of the tournament between Mexico and South Africa. Mexico lead thanks to Quinos' goal on 9 minutes. There is the stats for the game as well. Well, at half-time, in this opening match of the Estadio Azteca, it is in Mexico City. Mexico 1, South Africa 0.
Thanks, Ross. Well, that certainly was some entertaining opening game, mostly for Mexico's side. Something else I might want to touch on, in addition to the new rules, which Russ mentioned, is that the majority of them will be carried over into next season for the EFL and Premier League. It's also going to feature in the Scottish Premiership. We're actually going to go for a break. I was hoping to get his opinions on those sorts of things, but we'll be sure to get some of them. But we're sure to get some of them after the break. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the Commentary Hub's alternative audio coverage of Mexico against South Africa. Before we're about to go to a break, I did mention that the new rules as imposed from FIFA will go into the domestic football league next season in the Premier League, EFL, and Scottish Premiership. Russ Vernon, do you think this is going to cause much consternation among the fans?
Potentially, Nick, but if it works out well over in the South, in Mexico, Canada, and the US at this World Cup, and then applied correctly like they're doing, applied the same way they're doing it over the World Cup in the Premier League and the Scottish Premiership, then, and maybe the EFL, then maybe it could work. But we do know what our referees are like from the England, which I'm not going to go into too much detail of. We do know what they're like, so anything can happen, and anything could happen in that terms of thing, Nick. But I think if he's applied correctly like they're doing in the World Cup, then I think it can only be a positive.
Yeah, well, to be actually fair, EFL referees, I would say, given my experience of watching EFL matches, I would say they're actually a bit fairer than those in the Premier League. But I could be wrong on that one.
No, Nick, I think you're actually correct with that, mate. I think you're actually correct with that one. But for me, I feel if it's applied correctly in England, it could work out okay. I just want to say a big shout out to my good friend Katie, who's listening in right now. Hopefully doing okay and having a good time with your friend this evening. I know she would see a friend and says she'll try and tune in as well. And thank you for tuning in as always.
Yes, big up, Katie. Where was I? Oh yes, going into the second half, with South Africa being completely dominated by Mexico. What do you think Hugo Bruce will be looking to do to strengthen his side during the second half? One of the substitutes that could well come on in the case of the forwards is Orlando Pirates winger Oswin Apolis. I hopefully I've got that one right. Along with Ikram Reiners, who you've mentioned.
Yes, I think you could potentially see if he comes in. I think he could be a key one. Another one for me who I think could do well is Thembers Wayne as well. So those two could do something. Maybe if the service is correct, and maybe that's why he didn't do good at Burnley, because the service wasn't correct. Lau Foster could have a big impact, as well as Ikram Reiners. But you never know; these things can change things there. But that's in my opinion there. But I think that could be the work there. And I just want to say a big shout out to all 188 people viewing our coverage on the Commentators YouTube channel. Big up to you all over there, including those supporting Bafana. Just want to say something here. Unfortunately, due to copyright issues, we're unable to bring you the match footage of the game. We will give you radio-style commentary of the second half coming up shortly here on the commentary with myself, Russ Vernon, doing that. So big up to all 193 now tuned in to our coverage. I think this is the biggest one we've had for a World Cup opener.
Now that's impressive. You said you did say you were going to give your opinion piece on who would win the World Cup and who your dark horses would be. I know you said Mexico would be one of them, Russ, but who would you? But now let's hear from you. Who would you say is going to win? And apart from Mexico, who would your other dark horses be?
Another dark horse for me will probably have to go to Uruguay. I think they could have a decent tournament. And for me, I think the the draw they're going to be on yet. France and Portugal, Nick. And I think it could be Portugal will go on to win it, in my opinion.
Yes, to be actually fair, when I gave my opinion piece, I completely omitted Portugal, and I felt very foolish to do that. So I would say Portugal would be, I'd say Portugal would be one of the dark horses. Another thing before we get into, anyway, we're about to go to the second half, so let's cross over to Russ Vernon.
Thank you very much, Nick. Welcome back to the second half coverage of the game between Mexico against South Africa. We've currently got 232 people in, 225 now in our live stream on YouTube here on the commentary hub. So please do us all a big favour. Please hit the like button down below to say you like this coverage, and please also do us a favour, hit that subscribe button and subscribe to the channel, and let us know, and do come back for other coverage of the World Cup action as well here on the commentary. We will bring you some more games as the second half's about to go underway. We're now underway in the second half in what's going to be, should be a good game this start of the second half. No changes to either side at our time, so we'll run you through the two sides again in just a minute, or they are on your screen there. We'll run you through them again in just a minute or two's time as South Africa try and build out from the back. But this is how the Mexicans line up as we just watch Mexico on the attack first. It was a penalty transfer strike which was blocked as comes out French penalty shot comes in and just over the top of the crossbar from Gutierrez. Decent effort there from the Mexican midfielder. It was started and Mexico so well at the second half, just about to go through the teams. And it come out to Gutierrez, who chested it down well and then fired it just over the top of the crossbar as well. Big also just want to say a shout out to Jade, who is with Katie right now. Hopefully you're enjoying the coverage as well. And if you can, please subscribe to the channel. Katie will let you know what channel it is for you to subscribe to and listen along with there as well. We'll bring you the sides again in a couple of minutes after the South African attack as they look to try and get an equalising goal as they've lost out in possession. So Rangel's in goal for Mexico is Reyes, Montes, Vazquez and Gallardo. Lira, Alvaro, Gutierrez, Fidegal and Quineros behind Raul Jimenez. As for South Africa, Williams, Mudder, Ocon, Sidisbe, Mbaxi and Mabida. Bukemba, Sitol and Adams in midfield with Foster and Reyners leading the line. The referee, if you're just joining us tonight, is the Brazilian Wilton Pereira Sampaio is the referee. VAR, Nicholas Gallo Barragan and Juan Lara in VAR booth today for this game. And will we see any more goals in this game? We've already seen one goal tonight, and I'm happy with that because for anyone new here, when you hear me on the commentary, normally when we don't normally have a 0-0 draw when I'm doing the commentary. So and that's continuous. There's when I was the goal scorer, as if wide, I would not so answer and towards goal there as he had a strike from distance there for Mexico. If you're tuning for the first time today, big shout out to you and thank you very much for doing so today. We're now on over 323 subscribers, listeners. So please do as it says on the screen, subscribe and click the bell, and make sure you come back when we are on again. Big up to Jackson there, says hi, and also says Mexico as well. Radio style commentary for anyone just tuning in, unable to show the pictures due to copyright restrictions. But here is Mexico, who will keep the ball moving, trying to get the ball back high up the field, and Raul Jimenez can't get there. Nicolas Gutierrez, and now South Africa can come over halfway, and a ball played forward, looking towards Reyners there as well. Now Foster went up in the attack there. It's too slow to get up there. First time when I've watched him, first time he's been too slow to get up from a quick transition. As Ronaldo dropped the ball back. Then there's a captain Montes, and he looks to keep the ball moving forward. And if you're tuning for the very first time today, thank you very much for doing so. The ball is played over the top, and now Mexico's in behind. Will he go down for a free kick? Free kick on the edge of the penalty area. And the referee's pulling out a red card. The first red card of the tournament. And it goes the way of South Africa. And it's the number 13, Sito. I believe he's the one who's been sent off. It is Sipelo Sito is the man who has been shown the red card. And he was clean through. It was the last man. He fouled him. And he was going to get a striking on goal. There was Gutierrez. And the referee, Corella, gives a red card. And I do want to say as well here that this red card is the first red card that I've commentated on since we've got the new graphics on our pictures. So that's the first for me, red card with the new graphics on there from when I've done commentaries myself. But this could now change the complexion of this game in Mexico's favour. As well, Jimenez, amongst others, lining up this set piece from just inside of the D, just a couple of yards away, a couple of yards, maybe a couple of feet away from the line of the penalty area. And for me, that red card call was spot on. VAR will have checked it and cleared it. And I believe, and I'm sure all will back me up on this as well, that was the correct calling for the red card to be given there. Paul, the producer today. And I'm sure our presenter Nick will concur with that as well. As Val Jimenez will line up this set piece. We've got number 25 Alvaro also standing over this one as well. But he will look like he might end up being the Wolverhampton Wanderers man. Well, Jimenez, he does hit it into the wall. Gutierrez across there and a strike wide by Jesus Gallardo. Didn't get his connection all correct on that one, and the new Wolves signing back to the old goal. Well, Jimenez from Fulham shot into the wall, and that was a poor shot in the end, straight into the chest of Lisby there. And now South Africa have had to rejig things around now because it looks like they've gone to a 5-2-2 formation from what it looks like at the moment. Could be 4-3-2 as well with that red card. As we watch now this game unfold. Quinos down the line and it's in towards the penalty area and he's pulled behind for a corner. Gutierrez again down that near side as we see a shot of some Mexicans just eating some food right to the top on a ledge behind the goal. And that's what they're like over there. There's some stands with some benches in front where they can have food. And yes, in the England game, near where the corners were taken, players were very up close and personal to the fans. You know, some even sitting there having a picnic or watching Declan Rice take a corner in the first half for England yesterday. Corner now from out going towards a penalty for Mexico, cleared away by South Africa there, and it's up towards the edge of the penalty and it's cleared away by the number 6 there, Lyra, and now the player goes into the crowd for a throw in there. It remains Mexico 1, South Africa 0. Also definitely a red. Thank you for the new subscribers who are subscribing to the channel. Please make sure you share it out to get your friends to subscribe as well and your family to subscribe as well. We are trying to grow this channel so we can bring you more games like this and more tournaments like this. I think this is one of my third or fourth, I think it's my third tournament, maybe third or fourth tournament since setting up the channel, working on the channel as well. 199 of you in right now, so please big up to every single one of you. Unfortunately, 20 new subscribers, we aren't able to show the match footage as well. We're currently on 506 for the subscribers and 508 subscribers now are being told by Mike. 24 likes too as well, so thank you very much, because at the start of this broadcast we was only on 486, so we've already gone up quite a bit since the new subscribers since I've mentioned it on the programme, throughout the programme today. So big thank you to every single one of you. It is really much appreciated. If you are tuning in today, it's very much appreciated. And if you can share it out to your friends and family, please make sure to do that as well. We do appreciate everybody's commitment to the channel as we try and grow and improve and improve and improve. We started this back in lockdown in 2020, 2021, and since then we've grown strength to strength. We're in his 5th year now of broadcasting games remotely off through remote commentaries. And please tell your friends and family about us and get us out there more as well. And not only will we have live games as well, we will have some delayed recorded action commentaries for you as well, which will put up. You can see the New Zealand game on the channel as well, and also France, Northern Ireland. England don't play till next Wednesday, so you can hear one of their warm-up matches with us with Nicholas Jones. I've for that one. As a shot comes in from South Africa from distance there, from the number 6, Modiba, as he lined up that strike there, straight down the throat of Rangel. And we also had the new guy, Adam Howarth, bring you the France Northern Ireland game as well, which went up yesterday. So if you want to check that one out, please feel free to do so. But after our match is finished here today, and please leave some feedback on the one on the France game and also the England-New Zealand game for our commentators, so they know what the feedback is there as well. And if anyone, and if Mike, if you've listened to any of those and got some feedback, please message me across where we chat privately, and I will pass that on to our commentators as well, which I'm sure they will appreciate. And if you've got any feedback from my commentary as well, feel free to pass that over as well. And the first sub of the game is Lyle Foster coming off here for South Africa, with Mbatha coming on to replace him. So Lyle Foster is off, and replacing him is number 5, Talante Mbatha, who now leads the line alongside Ikram Reyners for South Africa there. So that is the first change of the match, and he's gone to the visitors, who are down to 10 men as they look to try and get back into this game by only trailing by a goal to nil as well. We really do appreciate everybody listening in today. I'm going to message us the subscriber count and the like count towards the end of the game as well. 510 last time we heard subscribers and 26 likes. Big thank you to every single one of you, and please, 191 of you, if you're not already doing so, please hit that subscribe button, please hit that like button, and share it out, this link out to your friends and family. Put it out on your YouTubes, put it out on your X's, also say Twitters, put it out on your Blue Skies as well, and get people tuned in to our coverage. And you can tag us on X as well. Commentary Live 1 is where we are on X. And we also on TikTok as well, the Commentary 92 over there. Please let people know on there that we bring alternative audio off to remote commentaries from some of the best leagues around Europe, and also we will be dipping in to the Brazilian League as well after this World Cup has ended. Paul James will be doing some Brazilian games for us. Please make sure you subscribe and listen out to those games as well, and we will try and give you updates from the South African League as well. If any South African people want to stay tuned in to us after the World Cup is finished. And good luck to your side in the tournament as a ball. It was a penalty and cleared away by South Africa from that Mexican free kick. There is the number 14, Matchday can clear the way downfield. He's just kept in place. No, he goes out and play for a throw-in just inside the Mexican half, just near one of the dugouts. There's Gianni Infantino, the FIFA president, who gave a good press conference yesterday with regards to the World Cup. And what will that like to see is some people, some tickets have already gone back for some games, some tickets are already still staying out there as well for some games as well. There's some empty seats in some matches, some full capacity as well, but it's good to see many stadiums full for the World Cup, and good to see many fans travelling around the world and to go and support their nation of this summer's World Cup, like many people do for the club side when they go abroad as well. Big up to every single one of you who are tuning in, by the way, tonight. 133 of you now locked in and locked on with us here. And Mike says, Paul's going for Brazilian. No, Mike, I didn't say that at all. But he is covering some Brazilian games for us after this World Cup, as he enjoys watching that league, and he says he will do some of those for us if that was okay, which I've said, of course, it is to our very own Mr. PJ. We'll also do some Premier League action. We'll also dip in doing some EFL action next season as well. So we'll still have the voice of Paul James on the channel next season, and will be with us for some of the World Cup. Start. His first game of the World Cup will be tomorrow night, Friday night at 8 p.m. UK time, for the other host nation, Canada's first game in the tournament against Bosnia and Herzegovina, taking place in Toronto. That one, make sure you tune in to Paul there as we bring you that game tomorrow night, as we'll give you the matches at this summer's World Cup, as Mexico lead here by a goal on the hour mark. The goal in the opening 9 minutes from Julian Quinoz, as the ball is now with the South African captain Williams. A bit of movement here from Williams to get the ball forward. He's up towards halfway. Is there a foul there? The referee says yes. Foul on the number 6, Audrey Modiba. There's the South Africa will make another change now, and 23, Jaden Adams is making way. And coming on in his place is one of the players I mentioned about a potential player who could be one of the key makers. Thembers Wan is coming on for South Africa. They have now got 3 subs remaining of their 5 allotted subs that they can in this tournament, as you can make in matches as well. And a rule as well is you've got to come off within 10 seconds. Otherwise, the sub who is about to come on will have to wait 1 whole minute before he can come onto the field of play. And one of the other new rules brought in this World Cup for this World Cup and beyond, as Nick mentioned there. And it's all depending on how it goes in this World Cup, as well as we watch this game unfold between Mexico and South Africa. Coming up towards 62 minutes on the clock, and it's Mexico 1, South Africa 0. As the ball is played into midfield, there is the number 8, Alvaro Fidalgo for Mexico, and he will go back to his goalkeeper. Fid will go back to my goalkeeper, he says. Alvaro there, which is Rangel, who sends the ball forward looking for the chest of Raul Jimenez, who saw his club manager sacked earlier today, Rob Edwards of Wolverhampton Wanderers. And there's a man down here for South Africa. I'm just trying to see which number it is who's down here. It is the number 20 who is down, Kuso Muda, following the high boot challenge from Quinoz. As he went to win the ball, he put his head in as he went to get the ball, and he said to the referee, he went to play the ball. The referee said no. And looks like there's going to be another substitution coming up shortly for Mexico with number 24, Luis Chavez, about to come on in a moment's time. We're waiting to let you know who that one's going to be for, as the ball is sent long downfield and is cleared and is picked up here and played forward. Wonderful bit of play here now, as here they come, and it's played forward on this near side. The ball will be played into the penalty area. Goes all the way through and behind for a goal kick to Mexico. And Mexico have got it. And another rule is you've got to take the goal kick within 10 seconds as well. Otherwise, we'll be giving us a corner to the opposition side. So these rules is from the ball, as soon as the ball goes down, we've got 10 seconds to do it. And now onto 5 already for the referee says. So there was counting down there, the referee, and almost if he hadn't took it when he got down to 1, it would have been a corner kick to Mexico there, to South Africa there, should I say. Both says that's a good rule, some rare sense there by FIFA about the substitute rule. I believe that's about. Paul says, and Nick says, you see some rain falling there. And I think I'm just seeing a bit of rain falling there in Mexico City at the Estadio Aztec Stadium. It remains Mexico 1, South Africa 0. There's the captain, Cesar Montes, who can clear the ball long downfield and will be picked up here by South Africa. And they will look to come forward with possession. And this is a good bit of play here now. And Quinos is picked off as won the ball back for Mexico. His ball play through towards the number 23 there, which is Gallardo, the left back. What's he doing all the way up inside the opposition penalty area, which I'm surprised he was all the way up there because he's supposed to be back here defending. But the fullbacks for Mexico, this is how they've done it for the majority of the game, not just today. Right high up the field. There's number substitutions. Number 26, which is Brian Gutierrez, is being replaced by number 24, Luis Chavez, and number 8, Alvaro Fidalgo, will be replaced by one of the men who I picked out for Mexico to be a key player in number 19, Gilberto Mora. He's now on in his place there as well, so some other subs have just been made just there. Those are now, as you can see, updated on your screens there. And very soon, when about the 75th minute mark, I will be having to send over my player of the match contender or award to Paul James. And Gilberto Mora, I've been told, has attracted interest from a number of clubs across Europe, including Premier League title winners Arsenal, Michael Carrick's Manchester United, Jose Mourinho's Real Madrid, and Anthony Gordon's new side, Barcelona. I suppose in there, and Raul Jimenez has made it 2-0. And Mexicans move on there with the starting with a victory. Thanks to the Wolverhampton Wanderers new man, also say old man, Raul Jimenez, and he's headed it out. And Raul Jimenez is off and running at this summer's World Cup. Fantastic crossing, and he has scored. And there is the Mexican fans, very, very happy. We're just looking at this again. Fantastic bit of play. He was involved in the build-up. He played it onto our wide there. He played onto number 16, I believe it was, which is Quinos, the goal scorer. He played out wide to the right-hand side of our side, and that was which was Roberto Alvaro, and his cross was headed home by the number 9 and Mexican talisman, Raul Jimenez, who has made it Mexico 2, South Africa 0, and we are now going for another hydration break here. Let's read some of your comments out here. Castro Lucas says 2-0. Some people said Euro 2, Mexico versus South Africa there from Ravenna. Thank you very much. If you're new here today, please do us a massive favour. It does help the channel when I say this. So I want you to all do me a favour if you're not already doing so. Please hit the subscribe button, all 144 of you. Please hit the subscribe button down below. Please hit the like button down below as well. Hit the notification bell as well, and you will get notified every time us here on the Commentary Hub go live with commentaries from this World Cup and other matches beyond. And this is a second part of a 3-minute hydration break. So I'm going to take a quick hydration break myself as we just look at the red card. And I'm wondering whether this red card decision, I don't think he will have done though, because they've played much better than South Africa of Mexico. But I'm wondering if this game here, if we go from the referee's view, and that's a fantastic header from Raul Jimenez. Onside as the cross came in, no one picked him up. I wonder if the red card made a difference. It's made a difference to how Mexico have gone about in the second goal and how finding a bit more spaces. I don't think so, because we're already finding spaces when they were 11v11. I just think it's been a good game so far. As you can see the match stats on your screen there with the hydration break. South Africa game is about to get this game back underway in a second. Another hydration break for the commentator himself as well. Just a reminder, tomorrow's night's action here on the commentary hub will come from another host nation in Canada, in Toronto, as they take on Bosnia and Herzegovina at BMO Field from Group B of the World Cup. Make sure you stay tuned for that one. Crosby on saying, what are you doing, Bafana? You're disappointing us as a nation. We stand by you always, though. I stand behind yours all the way. Big thank you for putting that comment in there. And please do hit a like and subscribe if you are new here, my friend. We really do appreciate our new listeners in tonight. At one stage, we've got over 300 listeners in the building at one stage tonight. So that's really impressive and really good to have you with us. And hopefully, from this broadcast on, it will grow even more as well and bring in our new listeners as well to bring you up there as we watch this game into the final less than 20 minutes here today. Taylor Ghost says Bafana must just come back home. And his radio jingles and game says commentary the rest of your World Cup offerings on the commentary. Thank you, my friend. Really good friend of the channel's media radio jingles and gaming, one of the regulars from last season. Been a regular for quite a while now, past couple of seasons now, and it was on our last coverage of the Champions League final and said that he will be tuning into us all the World Cup coverage, and he's not disappointed us. As Raul Jimenez, we're trying to disappoint us here, but the flag was up for offside against the Wolverhampton Wanderers man. So a free kick will be given to South Africa. Let me just look at this again. Just offside, I think. Just when that fraction earlier there did Raul Jimenez. A good bit of play this so far, and thank you very much for everybody who is listening to us tonight. 119 of you so far in the live chat. Please do give us some feedback afterwards or during the game, whether you've enjoyed our coverage tonight and whether you're going to be coming back for more coverage on the commentary, as we have more commentators than just myself. As here comes Ramirez in towards the penalty. Ramirez goes down. The referee says no penalty. The referee stopped the play though. Ramirez is down. Let's look at this again. Yeah, I'm not sure if he was. Let's look at this again. He's onside, first and foremost. For me, let's look at this again. He just steps across him. That's his back of his ankle. And he steps across him. And arm into the chest as well, but I don't think there's enough for him to go down like he had there. VAR have checked it and cleared it. And I think that is the correct call from the VAR team today, who are Nicholas Gallo Barrigan and Juan Lara, as Quinoz is down, and another yellow card coming out here for Bafana and South Africa, and this time it's for number 19, Lukasane Sibisi is the next man to go into the referee's notebook this evening. Yeah, but I think it is as well, media radio jingles and gaming, and we really do appreciate that, my friend. Thank you for your continued support here tonight. And as always on the channel, as you can see on the South African side, South Africa are down to 10 minutes. You can see above the scoreboard there, you can see which player on the scoreboard, well, on the team graphic, has got that red card for Bafana tonight as we watch this game unfold in the World Cup. Is Mexico 2, South Africa 0. If you're tuning to us for the first time today, we really do appreciate that and appreciate you tuning into us as always here on the Commentary Hub, as we will bring you more live coverage than ever before this summer. We'll bring you the World Cup. We'll try and bring you on other shows some of the roundup of the other results, and we'll just bring you the actual scores. We may bring you a roundup of the results as well, and if we can on some games as well, if we manage to do so as well, break off for us, Mexico try and come forward for the third. If we can, what we may do as well as we watch this attack again. Come here, before we we'll tell you now, South Africa breaking and up towards halfway are the South Africans, and the free kick for them just outside the centre circle, decided to run off. They're foul number 24 of Mexico there, which is Luis Chavez there. And there's a double substitution here for South Africa, which in Mexico. First up is going to be Mexico, which will see the number 4 come on here, which is Edson Alvarez, and he's replacing the number 6, Lira. And the goal scorer, Raul Jimenez, is also coming off. He scored the second, to replace by Armando Gonzalez. Now South Africa are going to make a double change as well. Coming off for Bafana is the number 15, which is Reyners, and Modiba's also coming off. And replacing them is number 7, Osman Apolis, and also number 17, Mac Gopa. Evidence Magdopa also coming on in as well there, as we bring you more action here tonight, as we bring you coverage of all the matches, and we'll keep you up to date with all the games. And as I keep saying as well, guys, as always when I'm doing commentaries, we do not have a goalless draw in any of my commentaries. So if you tune into any matches at all, tune into them all that we do here on the Commentary Hub, but mainly tune into Max. Normally, 9 times out of 10, I always get a goal in my game. Because I did the Arsenal game against Paris Saint-Germain, and we got a couple of goals in that one to take it to penalties, and then we got 7 penalties in that game there in the Champions League final, which is on the channel as well. Make sure you go back and check that out if you can, and check out other content from last season as well, which we do appreciate you doing so and tuning into us on, which is very much appreciated here on the Commentary Hub, as we bring you today's game between Mexico and South Africa. Very soon I will be giving my player of the match to Paul James, and I've got a player in mind who I'm going to give it to today, and the player I'm thinking about has had a decent game for the home nation, and just going to write this out now. As Mexico make another substitution here, and it's number 10 who's come on. Quinos is coming off, and he's replaced by Vega. Alexis Vega is on for Julian Quinos there for Mexico. And very soon, right now in fact, so you can get it ready, so I can give you just before the end of our coverage tonight. And there is my player of the match choice sent over to my producer Paul James, which is always good to see there. It is media legends and gaming says it's always great to have goals when you're behind the mic. It is. Not many people can say that to you on the commentary up there, but at least we've got goals in our opening match of the tournament of the World Cup. It's nothing, because it's nothing like where you do a game of the World Cup and then there's no goals to show for it, and you're thinking, oh boy, why have we not got any goals? But as we watch this game unfold, it remains Mexico 2, South Africa 0. If you're tuning into us right now, we'll give you the player of the match very, very shortly, or just before we hand back to Nick, we'll give our player of the match as well, which has been a tough choice actually today. There's been some good players out on show from Mexico today. But I managed to whittle it down to my choice for player of the match. Here comes Bafana and South Africa. And the ball is over there, it's going down. The chance to have a shot to go with it. And Bafana shot comes in and straight down the throat of the goalkeeper. From the number 7 of Bafana, which is Apollos, who went close there, and that was a very good effort on goal in the end. And did go close there. But what a game this has been tonight so far, though. Bafana. Yes, they may be losing. Yes, there may be a man down. But, and yes, Mexico being the better side. But Bafana have not let the country down in some aspects. Because on another occasion, with some of the chances, it could have been more than just 2-0. So now they've managed to keep the score down and make it a respectable score, especially with the amount of chances in the first half teams had there. As we watch this game unfold here, there is Armando Gonzalez on the field, just looking out there. There's a stoppage in play for New Zealand. There's a man who went off for Mexico who played well in this game tonight and has done well in the build-up to this tournament as well. Drop ball then, there's a VAR check here for something. Didn't see what was happening here. There's a VAR check for a possible red card, I'm being told. Now let's have a look at this together here with the VAR and let's see what's happening here. I'm not sure what it could be here. Possible red card for this VAR action here. Let's have a look here. Oh, he's that slab there. He slaps him. And Bafana could be down to 9 men here, and it would be the only one to blame. Nobody else but only themselves to blame here if it is a second red card for Bafana. Possible red card. The referee is still reviewing it at the area. You can see the VAR room there. The VAR team speaking to him about it. We're just showing it from this angle here now. And yes, he slaps him round this angle, can see it better here, look. Just smacks him on the face there. And the referee's made a decision, having checked the VAR team here. The VAR is told players to move away. Is he going to announce it to the people inside the stadium here? He says after the review. Just wait to see what he says here. And it will be, I think it's going to be another red card here. Is it? He's going to his top pocket, walking over to the Bafana man. And it will be a red card here for a slap. I didn't notice that because I was watching the ball in. Another red card for South Africa. And they are down to 9 men here. Themba's Wayne, the substitute who came on, has been shown a red card. And that is the correct call there. Red card was wearing there, and that is the correct call, and you can only complain there. Big shout out to everybody who's tuned in tonight. If you're new here, and I agree with me, the Red does and gave me not an ideal opening start for South Africa. 2 red cards and 2 goals down on opening night. Tshabalala was who put South Africa in the lead 16 years ago against Mexico before Mexico come back. This time, 16 years ago, it was 1-1 between the two sides in the South African World Cup in 2010 in Johannesburg. But right now, in 84 minutes, it's Mexico 2, South Africa 0. On this night, tonight, in this opening match of the tournament and of the 2026 World Cup, 16 years later. Would have thought the two same teams would be playing against each other against 16 weeks, 16 years on from the 2010 World Cup. Because I didn't. Thank you very much to everybody who has tuned in tonight. We've had record numbers in tonight. Over 301 stage, which is really, really good. There was even, I think there was one time, over 500 subscribers as well, which is magnificent. It was on 400 and something before, 486 before the start of the commentary tonight, and we've just grown massively. So really do appreciate all our listeners, new and old, and even our colleagues who are listening to us as well here. And Sai says, embarrassing game from South Africa is too much. I mean, and yes, there's a lot more people here than normal media radio jingles and gaming, and it's been good though to have that. And we'll get ready for the play of the match very shortly, guys. Who am I picking for the opening night's player of the match of the FIFA World Cup of the 2026 World Cup here on TCHub Live between Mexico and South Africa, with myself, Russ Vernon, the commentary. As here comes Mexico, who charged towards the edge of the penalty area. He's played infield. He goes out wide, this near side in Gallardo. Gallardo plays a ball in. He's trying to strike a goal. No, Gonzalez can't get there. And I think in that sort of situation there, he'd rather need someone like Raul Jimenez on the field of play, because he would have had to strike a goal there, Raul Jimenez. But he didn't. And there is Reyes, who wins his side. A throw in there in South Africa. Just look at this again. This is a red card from Zweden from the referee's angle. The referee, I think the reason why the referee missed it, he had another Mexican player in his way. I think it was the number 29 in the way for Mexico. No, number 29, sorry. Number 25 in the way. Defending Roberto Alvaro was in his way. But really good to have new and old listeners tuning in tonight here on the commentary. As always, we've now got 35 likes and 520 subscribers. So Bongo, thank you very much for tuning in. Please make sure you subscribe as well. Really do appreciate that. Good job to everybody in tonight. Big thank you to Mike for the numbers. But this has been absolutely fantastic. We're talking about 486 subscribers before kick-off, and we're currently at 520. Now, if that doesn't show how much we're improving on with the graphics and the commentary side of things, I don't think anything will. And big shout out to all new and old listeners, and some friends who will support the channel as well. And my friend Katie and some others as well, and George. Big shout out to both of you as well. As you can see there, Mexico 2, South Africa 0 from the match facts. You can see the scorers there, and you can see both of on the South African side is because of the 2 red cards we've had in this tournament so far, and both have come to the same nation, which is not very often we have that as well. Welcome to Sweet as well, and also big up to new old listeners as well. Got Fried says, first star, don't worry guys, let's keep focused, upcoming games, let's not lose hope from Nambi. Big thank you very much for your comment there as well, my friend. We really do appreciate all our listeners tonight, whether you're new, old, or new old as well. New and old listeners. The new ones I've come in tonight, or the old, even our colleagues as well, because I know that if he's at work tonight and unable to watch, our good friend JB will be probably having us on in the background listening out for us tonight, which is always good to have. And due to other commitments from our commentary team, we're unable to bring you any commentaries on Saturday, this upcoming Saturday, so tune in elsewhere for those commentaries where you will normally listen to games, but we're able to bring you any other commentaries here tonight. And we'll get ready to see how many minutes. What about this first start? Big up to Paulia now. World Cup fact. This is the first time we've had 2 red cards for the same team since the 1990 World Cup, when Cameroon were reduced to 10 men against Argentina, yet they still won 1-0 in the opening game, as we have now gone into 7 additional minutes at the end of this first opening match of the tournament. 7 minutes now. Yes, we may do, Mike. We're into 7 minutes stop. We're coming up to 40 seconds of the 7 added on here at the moment. As we're watching this game, is Mexico 2, South Africa 0. If you're just tuning into us as we watch this game unfold, here they come now with the number 10 for Mexico, who's trying to cause a number of problems there, which is the number 10 Vega, who's done well since he's come on. But South Africa have gone down on the edge of the penalty area. The referee has said free kick. Covers his running around, saying there should be a foul down the other end, and I think the referee is giving a penalty as it's South Africa. It's outside, and there's a red card to Mexico as well. 3 red cards in the game. I do not believe it. The Mexican captain, Cesar Montes, has seen red. The Mexican captain has seen red here. Let's look at this. I think he makes him generally, for me, that's a yellow card. I don't think that's a red. Because he's going away from goal, he's going down the side, and he's going to put a cross into the box. He's not going to have a shot at goal. For me, he's going to go down and put a ball across. The free kick outside on the edge of the penalty area. Yeah, but for me, I think that decision there of that red card for Montes, the captain, who is still on the field, is the wrong call in my opinion. But South Africa have a chance now to pull the goal back, and the referee is just waiting here now for the shot to come in. As it stands, we don't have a game on Saturday, but there may be a late change to the broadcasting proceedings. We may have a game on Saturday. We will keep you informed of that one. There's a substitution here for South Africa. Oh no, there's a just quick chat with the boss there. We'll go booze. I think it can, Mike. I think VAR can check everything, Mike, to double check everything is correct. I won't forget to play the match, Paul. I'll do this before we run back to Nick in terms of play of the match, as I'm too busy focused on the action on the field of play to go off on the play of the match. As a shot comes in from that free kick and he's being blocked, and that's good defending from Mexico. We're down to 10 men now South Africa are down to 9 if you're tuning into us right here. And the ball is out of play for a throw-in to Mexico. And Mexico need to hurry up with this throw-in because, for me, we've got 10 seconds to take it. Otherwise, the throw-in gets changed and gets given to the opposition, which I think is a fair rule as well, because she stops time wasting that. And they won't think again about taking their time over throw-ins. Here comes South Africa looking to try and get a consolation goal in their opening match of this tournament, as they've got possession with the ball. There's the number 14 in possession. Mubakakai, whose shot is deflected out. He goes out to play for a throw into Mexico there. There's Mudru. And now here come the ball down for the zoo. Mano's gone down. And the chance here to come forward. Here's a ball out of play for South Africa. And they need to open take it. Otherwise, as I mentioned previously, we will go Mexico's way if we don't hurry up and take the throw. But they've took it quickly now. They've got back into position. They had to wait until they got back into position. Then the count would have started in terms of the countdown from 10. Went to the final towards the final 90 seconds of this opening match of the tournament, where Mexico lead here by 2-0 against South Africa in the opening match of the tournament. Mexico 2, South Africa 0. As the ball is played into the penalty, cleared away in the end. Is an upper and under. Ball has gone out of play. We're throwing here now, and it remains Mexico 2, South Africa 0. And if you have tuned in for the first time today, big thank you to you all for tuning in as we approach the last 60 seconds of the game. Just one click, last reminder. If you're new here, please click the like button, please click subscribe, please click the bell, and make sure you share it out to your friends. And get your friends, get your family, get your neighbours, grandma, whoever you can find. Ask them if they subscribe to the commentary hub, and if they're not, ask them why not, and get them to subscribe and get us even more there as we come towards the end of this game, into the final 30 seconds of the game. It remains Mexico 2, South Africa 0 in this game. South Africa with a man down. Well, they're 2 men down. Well, they're not man down in comparison to Mexico, with their having a man sent off as well. They've had 2 red cards. Well, there's a man down on the field of play, which is the number 20, Mura. And free kick to Bafana. The sun's shining out there, and it's been very warm out here in Mexico City. A full-time whistle does blow at the end of this game between Mexico and South Africa. And just before I am back to the comment to Nicholas Jones, I'd just like to give our player of the match now. And today's player of the match is sponsored by Commentary Services, goes to Mexico's number 16, Julian Quinoz, the scorer of the opening goal of the game. 1 goal, 5 shots, and an XG of 0.37 is today's player of the match. Fantastic performance from him. Deserved goal. Should have had another one. He hit the post in the first half. But full-time score on match number 1 of the 2026 World Cup is finished Mexico 2, South Africa 0.
Thanks, Russ, for an entertaining commentary as ever. And I have to say, this has got to be one of the most organised games that I've seen in a long time. And the new rules that FIFA have put in seem to have really paid off. So, Russ, you did say in commentary that this could potentially be a good sign going forward. I would have to say I have to agree with you.
Yes, because when you look at it, Nicholas, and you've looked at it from the officials' point of view, there've not really been many today. not really been many real controversial decisions that were made. I think for me, I missed what happened for the second red card for South Africa, but when I look at it, in fairness, it was the correct call. I just missed him hitting him. I just saw him go down. Didn't see what happened initially. But the Mexico red, I'm not sure. I don't think it was a clear and obvious error in terms of a goal scoring opportunity. So for me, I'm not sure if that one was correct. But the other two red cards were the correct call. I mean, seeing the replay of the second one for South Africa. And for the goals themselves, I thought it was a very good game today and a really good performance from both teams out there. I just think Mexico probably shaded the gaming overall and probably deserved the victory and probably deserved more goals to end it. But for me, good start to the tournament from the officials as well as the two teams out there. It was a good game, good competitive game, and it's something that I like to see as well.
Yeah,
I just like to laugh for this comment here from Mike, Nick, if I may. He just when he gave me player of the match out in the end, he did say the player of the match goes to someone who stayed on the pitch and someone who didn't get sent off. That was correct, Mike. He didn't stay on the pitch though, Mike. He got substituted. But I thought he had a fantastic game. Quineros, who scored the opening goal of the tournament after just 9 minutes. So I think he deserved his player of the match today, Nick. And I think Raul Jimenez was up there for a close second as well. But overall, I think I made a fair choice. If people disagree with that, then that's fine. It's all about opinions. And I just want to say as well, before I back to you, Nick, to everybody who's out there today who's subscribed or as new listeners tonight for the first time coming across us, on behalf of myself, Nicholas, Paul, Mike, JB, and all the other commentators on the channel, Alex Peters and others, I do want to say a big thank you to you all for supporting our journey continue. Because without you listeners, we'd not be up for us doing this commentaries. It's good to have you along on the ride for us as well.
One more question before we leave. With the expansion of the World Cup, including 48 teams and also 8 positions available for third place for teams in the third place group. Do you think teams like South Africa may have a chance to? Do you think some of the lesser teams like South Africa or Scotland or whoever, Austria even, have a chance to go further to go into the next round under the new rules?
Maybe, Nicholas, but it just depends how. Like, if we just going to take South Africa as an example, it just depends how they're doing the next 2 games, because they could potentially go through in second, having lost this one. If they win the next 2 games, and Mexico win their next 2 games, they could go through in second with 6 points. But I think they could go through in third if they do end up finishing third. With Scotland, I'm not sure if they will get out of their group. If they will finish third, I'm not sure if they will be one of the best third place teams, because we've got some other good groups in this tournament, which we've got some good teams in there, which probably could get higher points than Scotland getting their group. So for me, I'm not sure if Scotland will get through. Austria may do, but for me, I think South Africa could still get through in second place, depending on who they're fetching to replace Sittle and Zwane as well, who both got sent off this evening there tonight.
Okay, so it looks like the positions for third are going to be very, very close. So thanks.
I would say so, Nicholas. Yes, I say they're going to be very close for the third place teams to get through, but not. I just want to quickly just have a quick say on England. I think England, no offence to Croatia, Ghana, and Panama, but for me, England, with how we went on against Costa Rica with a stronger side than when we played against New Zealand, mind you, and the players back from the World Cup rested. England, in my opinion, with Croatia aside, because I think that could be a tough one, should finish at least first or second, at least probably for me, first or second in their group. But I think if they perform well against Costa Rica with the energy and intensity that they had against Costa Rica, against Croatia, that could be a decent. England could get a good result there. So I think England may get to, for me, maybe the quarterfinals, but maybe even further. Who knows what Thomas Tuchel's got up his sleeve in terms of tactics for different opponents that England face in the World Cup. I mentioned about my thoughts on England's chances there. And I think should Saka be fit, I think he may start place of Madueke against Croatia next Wednesday as well.
Well, good. We might be English and patriotic of our own team, but we are trying to remain neutral in all this. So good luck. So all I can say is good luck to all involved, regardless of nation. So before we go, I've just got time to mention our next game as Russ kept bringing up. It's Canada against Bosnia and Herzegovina at the BMO field in Toronto, and as Paul said before we went on air, if anyone wants to visit Toronto, he highly recommends it. Given that he's based over there, and the game will kick off around the same time at 8 o'clock. So I've been Nicholas Jones. My thanks to Russ for his commentary and Paul for his producing and facts. Even though I may have contributed a bit myself. So Mexico kick-off proceedings, and as I mentioned, one of the best organised matches I've seen in a while. Certainly better than the last opening match. Certainly better than the last World Cup opening match between Qatar and Ecuador. But that was then. This is now. And with action on the pitch like this, I'd say it bodes really well going forwards. So thank you very much to all our listeners and our new subscribers, both old and new. Tell your friends, tell your family, get those subscriptions in, click on the notification bell so you don't miss anything, and let's just keep on growing. Until tomorrow, bye for now.